Alright, so I don't know how this is gonna sound, so sorry in advance if it sounds like I'm ill while I record this. That's because I am, but I'm past the worst of it, so I'm gonna distract myself by talking about the funny assassin fight. Death Battle's back from its mid-season break with James Bond vs John Wick. The last two seasons had bangers to bring in their second halves, and this is no different. I had the biggest grin on my face the entire time watching this. Mainly in the analysis, which is contending with Magneto vs Tetsuo for my favourite pair of rundowns in this season so far. The analyses were both surprisingly lengthy, going into the characters' various arsenals and ridiculous yet still relatively grounded feats, while also doing a great job going over their origins, psychological damage, and the tragedies involving their love lives. I found it way more engaging than even some of the other incredibly strong analyses this season. It was also comedically pretty strong. I especially love them discussing Bond's seduction powers and the superhero shit he gets up to, as well as somehow dropping every single Bond movie title in the episode. They also reference every John Wick movie title, but like, that's just Parabellum. And if you want to be a semantic bastard about it, then yes, they do indeed say his name and also the number 2 at points, I'm sure. I also love the pen-clicking cutaways resulting in 2 anticlimaxes. Would it have been funnier at the end if it just never exploded at all? For me, probably yeah. But regardless, I enjoyed these cutaways. Great stuff all around. Now for the animation. Yeah, the models are a little bit ugly. Unsurprisingly, that made up the majority of the reactions I saw to the previews. So to get it out of the way at the start, this is easily the weakest of the season in regards to the visuals. The models are not especially high quality. The background's good, but not quite to the same standards as others this season. It doesn't have any of the crazy effects and shit, which this fight wouldn't have been able to include anyway. Goes without saying that everything else this season looks better, but considering how the visuals for this season's most consistent strength, then that's not really much of a detriment. To get every other issue I have out of the way at the start, the hand-to-hand in this opening scuffle is a noticeable step down from Harley vs Jinx and even Predator vs Fett. Okay, there you go, that's basically all my issues. The rest of this is right up my alley. We have a fairly lengthy setup, which I do appreciate. This is no Omnilander, but I think otherwise this is my favourite setup of the season. I like that the storytelling isn't restricted to just the setup. We also get this bit a little later into the battle where Wick demands answers about why Bond's after him. I like that despite him having Bond at gunpoint, his reason for not immediately shooting him feels believable. I can believe him allowing Bond to have one last smoke before his death. And Bond using the cigarette to fight back means Wick gets to not come across as an idiot for not seeing the attack coming. And then later at the end we get an epilogue to the fight where Q checks in on Bond. That's a nice way to have it all wrap up and have kind of a payoff to Q's concern in the beginning. Choreography wise, I think this is a pretty damn good fight. This feels way more grounded than everything else this season for obvious reasons, and I tend to click a lot more with street tier matches than cosmic tier ones. Outside of that one really stiff and weightless sequence at the start, the rest of this is really fun. I do think the better sequences of the other Blender fights this year are more fluidly animated, but this isn't bad by any means. I think the knife fight during the climax is especially well done. The start has a good mix of hand-to-hand and gunplay, culminating in the amazing sequence with the explosive pen. And well, yeah, they could have done the pen versus pencil fight people were expecting. I think what we got was already super good, mainly thanks to the punchline at the end. This builds on the joke set up in the analysis with the audience not being sure if the pen would explode, and honestly, I thought it wouldn't. I thought they'd hit us with yet another anticlimax, but the delivery of Bond's line here and him being cut off by the explosion might just be the thing that's made me laugh the hardest all season. Then the second half has what I can only compare to Ratchet & Clank vs Jack and Daxter's ending. Bond brings in the Aston Martin, which Wick disables his control of, and that makes it start spinning in circles. This makes the combat way more exciting, with both characters having to constantly be careful not to get in the car's line of fire, and it does end up having a use in the end since it's what ultimately saves Bond in that final struggle. It's probably the most effective use of one of Bond's gadgets in the fight. There are definitely going to be people that will complain about not all of Bond's gadgets being used, but to my knowledge both he and Wick tend to keep very few of the weapons on hand at all times, so it makes sense for them to have a very light load, and the ones they do use are used to their fullest potential. I already mentioned the funny pen and the car making the climax of the fight a lot more chaotic, but there's also the laser watch, which is actually used multiple times. It's used once near the start and fails, then it comes back in the end and is instrumental to the kill. I like that it's set up earlier. It helps make it feel like it's not something Bond just pulled out of his ass at the last second. Oh yeah, and the kill is good. I like how it utilizes the environment, and Wick is one of the few characters on the show I can buy staring his death in the face and not being particularly afraid. The second half is the music pick up a lot as well. I think Secret Service is a damn good track. Not one I'd go out of my way to listen to on its own, but it complements everything going on incredibly well. It has its quieter patches for the bits of dialogue, but it comes in full swing near the end, while also incorporating some Bond motifs which is appreciated. With a character who has such an iconic theme song, you can't have the track not included to at least some capacity. Speaking of iconic stuff to do with James Bond, there's this shot. I mean, do I really need to say anything else? It's fucking cool, I don't know what else you want from me. I also gotta give props to the voice actors. Stephen Kelly got across the exact kind of charisma I'd expect from James Bond. I especially love the inclusion of the shaken not stirred bit at the beginning, and Murnau gets across the quieter deliveries I'd expect from John Wick. They play off each other very well, and fittingly all the funny lines come from Bond. I know Keanu's a funny man, but if John Wick was cracking jokes every 5 seconds, it wouldn't feel right for him. Save that for another Keanu role. Maybe one day when we get the goated Sage on Death Battle, he can have a gutbuster about how this isn't a video chatting app like Skype or FaceTime. Conclusion's also very solid. I always enjoy when it's justifiable to not have any calcs and focus more on skills and equipment to decide the verdict. It also surprised me to learn that Wick had never dodged bullets. I was sure that's something he would have had to have done at some point. I think that's the most anything has surprised me in any conclusion this season. Man, I'm so happy this episode turned out so well, and I'm even more happy that the waiting period was actually very enjoyable for once this season. Other than Magneto vs Tetsuo, my excitement during the lead up to episodes usually got squashed, either by the parts of the community I'm in being annoying about the matchup, or by stuff going on in my personal life. And whenever an episode came around with neither of those, it tended to be a match I wasn't especially interested in anyway. So I'm happy that this was able to tip the scales a bit more to the positive side, and give an exciting lead up to an episode that I adored. Honestly, if an episode with a script this good could have had Harley vs Jinx tier visuals, we could have been looking at the episode to usurp Omnilander as my favourite of the season so far. Hell, it might have even made it into my top 10 of all time. Like I said before, it put the biggest grin on my face for basically the entire runtime, and I had so much fun with it. Despite this being the first one since Wanda vs Zatanna I didn't get to watch with friends on my initial viewing. I'm giving this one a 9 out of 10, I love it so damn much. I think this might be what finally gives me that push to get into James Bond as a series. It says a lot that I didn't immediately forget about it despite it being followed by the reveal of the funny match. Oh yeah, Black Adam vs Apocalypse Marvel Comics X-Men's next. The most excited I've been for a Cape Shit episode since probably ever. I'm glad my friends and I turned this into a massive in-joke within our group, because now it means I have an actual reason to look forward to this one. We all still intend to show up to the watch party in suits, and I think that'll make it a truly unforgettable experience. I've cleared my calendar for the day of its release. September 18th can't get here soon enough. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video. Again, I'm very sorry if I sounded incredibly ill during all this. Go check out Nem's review as well, I'll link that in the description. Now enjoy the highlight reel as I go back to working on these massive season rankings. I can't wait to get these done, I want to finally be free.
This is...
Yeah, no, this is fucking awful. This is what, like, one of their worst ones.
Okay.
That's such a weird.
Oh yeah, we're doing this again. Woo!
Let's go. Versus Fortnite John Wick.
Not rapping against Swedish penis-pumping weenies.
Shut your fucking mouth.
I'm so excited for James Bond's analysis.
I haven't seen either of the previous.
I love how like,
so
these
there
last
is-
2 episodes have had more film characters than the last like 4 seasons combined of Star Wars.
Hell yeah.
Uh-oh, racism.
Oh, inflation.
Yeah.
It kept getting worse.
I've heard these old John Wick movies are like not good.
Old John Wick movies.
Or,
I
sorry,
think
James
you mean
Bond.
James Bond.
Yeah, no, James Bond used to be a bit cringe.
That's so gross. That PS3 game looked so gross.
They were not only problematic, they were goofy as fuck.
He's been saying the N-word for 60 years.
The name's Mod. Discord Mod.
He only needs 1 round.
Golden gun. I really hope they have a part where John Wick tries to use Bond's gun, but he can't use it. Him.
I like this face there. He was so happy to be a part of this.
I want a pen versus pencil fight.
Yeah, please have a pen versus pencil fight.
It's gonna come back later.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna blow Wiz's fucking
Chekhov's
hand off into the screen.
Chekhov's
Who's got
gun.
AirPods? Damn!
It looks so stupid.
Now, if I don't see him use every single one of those weapons twice, I think wasted potential, methinks.
Damn, that's true. That is the worst looking car ever. Now that car goes for like millions of dollars right now. Why did he die like that? Why did he die like that? Imagine getting fucking kicked off a cliff in your car.
The better be how
I am loving this analysis.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm Max.
Hi Max.
I'm here. What did I miss?
We're finishing up James Bond's analysis.
Okay, alright.
This game looks terrible. This
Yeah.
This is an awesome game actually.
Gary's favorite video game of all time. Did you not know?
Dr. Evil!
Not Mike Myers. Oh, there we go.
There it is.
That was so good.
That's one of my favorite analyses in a while. What the fuck? That was so
I gotta see
good.
it. I gotta see it in full.
We'll rewatch it. Oh shit!
Don't mind if I do.
Wahoo!
Is somebody gone by me?
Let's lay out a hypothetical.
Oh, that could be so
Me,
easily
Mario.
edited.
We have Mario going wahoo over a dead dog. That's what just happened.
Oh, Mamma Mia, another point for me.
Sigma male.
Oh my god!
So
Oh my god!
stupid.
Help!
This is our. This is
I think
our.
this is the best season of all time, actually.
This is our Redditor joke.
The show
Let's
is
go.
peaked.
I'm waiting for them to say Chungus or something.
Because Hotem 100.
I was about to say that.
I love how we're all so invested in this.
Yeah,
We just aren't saying anything.
There's nothing
just been
funny
eating
about this.
apple
It's just really interesting.
Yeah.
Now, if they don't use all these twice, I think it's wasted potential.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Unbelievably-
saying.
Unbelievably wasted.
Oh, this show fell off for real. Why was it John Wick versus Batman then, huh?
Because Keanu plays Batman in DC Legacy Repents.
True!
Gotta stop.
Quick, give it a whiz.
I'm ready for a funny.
That's bugging the fuck out of me. Please stop.
I'll get you
Why is he-
already.
Why is he doing that?
Oh, it's something funny. I thought.
You need something. You need something to focus on.
That's his. Yeah, that's his. What do you call it? Sensory toy?
Please stop it.
Like a fidget spinner.
I relate to it. I relate to it.
Aww. This is so cute. No. No.
Stop.
Oh shit.
Stop
dog-
showing it.
Don't worry. Look, they're all dead now.
Yeah, but the dog's still dead.
That was a really
No,
cute dog
he's
in
smiling down
fairness.
from doggy happy. He's happy.
Owie.
Oh my god.
Our vengeful.
They say
dog.
Fortnite. They
That's
said
funny.
Fortnite. They said Fortnite.
Oh yeah, let's go. I'm still betting on Bond, but I won't. I'm not going to complain if Wick wins. I'm
rooting for John Wick.
I'm rooting for Bond, but I won't be like too sad if he loses.
No, you're going to be
Very
devastated.
close for me, but I'm ultimately rooting for Wick.
Oh,
Alright,
That was
alright.
Analyses were so good. Oh, can't wait for people to start saying this episode is actually not good. Actually,
yeah.
Let's go Wick!
If this is on the same level of Popeye versus Saitama, then
Oh, the models
why
are
should I
gross. I
watch
hate
it?
this episode now.
I think as soon as they stop like talking and start fighting, it's gonna improve
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I joke, but I kind of do not like.
They usually
the-
do cut
the,
off
Bond
like the
models.
previews before Willie gets.
Wick's
to go.
okay.
Yeah.
I watched your ERB. It was fucking terrible. I'm gonna kill you because of it.
Yeah, his Bonds was so much better.
Yeah, my ERB was awesome.
It was. Both a shit, but it was.
Hey, it's already looking pretty good. Yeah.
Looking better already, yeah.
Actually, this kind of looks like a fucking like PC game. I don't know how to describe it. I kind of like the look of this. The more I look at it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh.
Suplex, let's go.
Suplex.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Oh.
He tried to
Go on, fill up the pen. Go on, please.
I hope the pen's to death.
Oh. Hell yeah.
Oh no, Mr. Bond.
Master Wine. Master Wine.
This is a rat. This is doing Ratchet versus Jack shit, where this thing is just
Yeah,
firing in the
yeah.
back. Ooh, yo!
Yeah. Oh, that was cool.
Oh, he's still going. That's fucking awesome.
Go off, Wick.
Keep going!
Bond's clearly gonna win, but
I don't know.
this is cool.
It's pretty back and forth.
Yeah, Wick
I
is
think they're
taking
just
a lot
gonna
of damage right now.
Yeah, Bond's gonna do something cool, but
No, this seems like a lot of build.
Oh!
yeah, there we go.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. He's
Okay.
dead.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Aw. That was pretty good.
That was really.
That was really cool.
That was really
Great.
good.
That was really good.
very story driven, which I love. I love that.
Versus fights that are just crossover stories are the best kind. Feels weird that John Wick has lost a death battle, but I agree with it giving his opponent.
Really?
That's weird.
That's really weird.
That's very strange. Usually, in these sort of things, they always dodge bullets.
So you know what's gotta come next, right?
Yeah, it better be fucking that. If it's like Trunks' episode, I'm shitting.
I mean, if it's someone new, that'd be cool, but...
He did it.
Alright, boys, here we
Alright.
go.
Dude,
That was so fucking good.
That was
Holy
really
shit.
good.
Well, I enjoyed it.
Here we fucking go.
Dude, imagine. That sounds like it. Oh, let's go! Let's go!
Yeah! I'm flushing!
Let's give it up for the best fight of the season!